What's up, y'all? Oh man. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday, man. Another day to hunt. Another day, another dollar. What's the word, y'all? Everybody good? Flacco went dummy. That nigga left Earth. Flacco left Earth. I can't believe the goddamn senior citizen bowl went crazy like that. But hey, while you follow the data, man, you never know what's gonna happen with these motherfuckers on. God, that jacket, fire. I appreciate that, man. It's definitely that cold. It's definitely that cold. I don't know what the weather is down there, but in Cleveland, nigga, it's burr. Senior Citizen Bowl crazy. Yeah, them motherfuckers, them old niggas went crazy. They was like, look, young nigga, this how you do it. That's the best Thursday night game I done seen in a long time with two goddamn 80-year-olds. You see that? It's cold as fucking Cleveland. That 43 degrees, we by the lake. That shit feel like 22 degrees. It's cold as shit. All right. Icy hot bowl. That's crazy. Yeah, they said, watch this real quick on God. 43. Man, it be cold as fucking Cleveland. I don't know what you were. Down south, what it's looking like, man, it be bird shit up here. Like I said, and then, we got wind. So it feel like 20 degrees around this motherfucker. But, can't forget my, them subs. Hold on, before we get started, let me see what we got. Is that Arrow? Appreciate that 2 months. Nick, appreciate the 6 months. Mr. Still doing it. Appreciate the 3 months. Focus with the gifted. DT with the 10 gifted. Focus with the bit. Appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all. I see everybody made some bread yesterday. Love to see it. A lot of selling going on as well, but hey, come with this shit, right? All right, let's get into this. Look, we're gonna look at these two MLB games. I'm gonna go over like a game or two of college and hockey, just to give y'all a refresher on like what you looking at when you on there. Being a 216 shit. Appreciate those 5 gifted. Just touched down the floor. This 80 out here. Now, why would you say that? Drag nostalgia. Appreciate that 3 months. Why would you just say that? What? Metcalf fucked off. No, they got on his ass. Can y'all see my comments? Yeah, we can see your comments. I don't know why it's like faded out. Hit my first builder. See Blaze with the 5 gifted. Hey man, y'all going crazy. Appreciate y'all. That's how I be knowing when y'all be. What's up with the crib? That's how I be knowing when y'all be having a great night. Cause y'all go in this bitch and go ballistic out the gate. All right, what we got going on? All right, let's get into this slate, man. We got 4 home runs projected tonight over 2 games. What we got on the bump? Girl with the 5, y'all going bump. Yeah, they be going stupid. That's why they say something about conflict with moderation settings. Yeah, that's crazy. I can see it, but it's faded. So I wonder if I'm the only one who can see it. What the fuck does that mean? Mod action, mod comments. Suspicious user restricted. Stop restricting. All right, well, no. Now you should be good. I don't know what that shit is about. But you should be good now. Sorry about that. Yeah, y'all don't see it. I can see it, but it was faded out. I've never seen that. She should be good now. Yo, there you go. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what that was about. My apologies. These goddamn Twitter bots be on bullshit. Twitch. All right, so look, we got 4. Let me see something. Please don't start this bullshit with these pictures. Moonshot. How was y'all night though? Everybody had a good night. I had a great night. I'm a boy. Damn, my bad. I wonder how many people was Project Pat for that jackpot. Who got it? Everybody had a good night. I'm tired of the motherfucker, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Small NHL slate tonight going Grey's Anatomy in this motherfucker. Man. So we got 4 projected homers over 2 games. So that's roughly like 2 apiece. Here go your history. Kyle, hey, Kevin Gosman, y'all know what I always tell y'all. You got to get Kyle Riley something for Father's Day every year. He owned this nigga. 4 homers on 17 at-bats is crazy. Reed's going to read every time. Hey, I ain't going to say every time. The Reed's going to read more often than not. That's why I swear by just looking at data. Don't overthink it. Try not to put no emotion into it because it's always that, who the fuck is this nigga that go out there and go crazy? But if you go back into your research, you'll be like, man, I kind of seen that. but I overlooked it or I ain't pull a trigger. So I just try to stick with the data and you'll be all right. Had a great night, hit a plus 9,000. Congratulations. God damn. Just continued their sub. Appreciate that prime sub. Oh, you tripping. I think Flacco was gonna fire, no fire. Hey man, that's what you do when you get some receivers, man. Cleveland's stupid as hell for even trading them to the same division anyway. All right, let's get into this. So we got Blue Jays, Mariners, roof closed, so none of this shit matter, weather or wind. We got Kevin Gausman on the bump versus Bryce Miller. Kevin Gausman that gave up 21 homers on the season. He giving up roughly like one per hand on average. The more damage is the right hand. You can see one more homer, but it ain't even about the homer. A higher barrel, a higher hard hit, and I mean it's small, but a higher home run to fly ball ratio. So you can see more damage done from right hand batters. But he give up a homer to both hands. But 4,000 cash lock. Oh yeah, y'all went crazy. Who sold your? If you got sold, who sold your shit? I seen a lot of people had that Gainwell, so I'm sure he sold. I seen a lot of people had we all was on that motherfucking Igley or whatever that dude name is. Talking about like the main players. Gainwell touchdown. I seen that a lot. Nukio, appreciate that gifted. Varsho again. Julio sold me. Speaking of that, I didn't even think about baseball. That nigga went out that bitch for straight cardio yesterday. I think he got struck out 3 times. I'm like, what the fuck? Sold my shit. Then I got sold by the books in the first game. This random ass hamstring injury to Jackson. I'm like, of course. So he couldn't get his 2-hit run RBIs. But again, as long as you managing your bankroll and you know betting accordingly, shit like that, you kind of gotta like predict bullshit. You know that shit gonna happen. A 2-2 brand new series. I love it. It's today. Hold on. Oh yeah, Dodgers about to get Milwaukee ass up out of here. All right, so let's see what we got over here. So damn, Julio got a homer against Kevin. A Rosarina. Kyle got 4. Suarez got 1. So if damn, like 3 of their first 5 batters got a homer. Versus righties. All right, so Julio, what you pitching, my nigga? Heavy 4 seams. A 102 exit velo average. Y'all already know. If you averaging 100 over 10 at bats, that's crazy. 30, 20, 80. Julio, yesterday, sold everybody yesterday. There's no way that he come out here and go 0 for 3, 0 for 4 again. That shit dead. Oh, I was like, damn, man, I won't say. So that shit dead. Trio went out there and became an actor with that, but man, that shit is tough, man. That shit be blowing me. But again, like I said, you kind of gotta like, I go into every slate thinking bullshit gonna happen. So it's just like you hope it don't, but you gotta see that shit coming. That shit be wild. All right, so we got Julio. Again, more of a reason to take him is because he went 0 for yesterday. There's no way he gonna do that shit 2 days in a row. You would think, right? 93-20, 40-60. Add Randy. We said his name yesterday. What did he do yesterday? Did he do anything? Julio was getting walked. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he got walked. I mean, I'm taking your word on it. But what I do know is his ass got struck out 3 times. That I do know. Oh, okay. Now I know why. Okay. Now that makes sense. Now I see what the fuck going on. Off the Blue Jays the other night, we really robbed them motherfuckers. Yeah. You know, it's that time today, though. Today gonna be one of them days. We gonna get this weekend popping. So we got Julio, a Rosarina. Splitter 4 seam. Are you giving up pitch? God damn, hold on. We gotta look at this 4 seam. 8 homers. 93, 40, 10, 30. Put the splitter back. 50, 20, 40. Add Kyle, and he got 4 homers against him. And you're getting him for some decent value at plus 250. He be around that plus 200 range. He done snuck into the 190s before too, so. 93, who is this, Suarez? This nigga right here this nigga be selling. But he's in a good spot. I mean, you know, no emotion involved. He got the fly ball, he got the hard hit, he got the exit velo. But that nigga right here, I don't know what the fuck be going on with him. So Julio, Rosarina, Riley, Suarez. (90, 20, 40, 20, 20, 40). Josh Naylor, sneaky. I like Josh Naylor total bases and hit run RBIs. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on, let me see something. Y'all fucking with Josh today? Y'all fucking with Naylor? 40-10. Polanco, it looked like the same niggas from yesterday. I think Polanco sold yesterday too. 91-10, 50-50. Mitch Garver, remember we talked about him yesterday? Did he get subbed in yesterday? Didn't he homer? Naylor homer, yeah, Naylor homer. Hey, did Mitch Garver get subbed in yesterday? Oh shit. $50-10, 40-60. God damn, let me put the splitter back. Let me see. That ground ball heavy as hell. Hit a damn rocket. Naylor is a corner respecter, especially for doubles. Facts. I fuck with Naylor. And if you pay attention to where he bat at, he a free RBI ladder for real. In that like 4th, 5th spot, he a free RBI ladder. $94. This might be a double spot, y'all. This Victor Robles. What's your double line? Plus 700. I like this. I like him for a double. Looking at this high ass, especially in these last 5 at bats, this high ass line draw percentage, I like him for a double. 96-20. Not a damn fly ball, man. Get the fuck off my screen. So Julio, probably let me see, go to last 10. He might be the best option, to be honest. I ain't even got to isolate the 4-seam. 97-30, all this green, high fly ball, elite home run to fly ball, 8 out of 10, 95 off the bat, which we said yesterday he was my favorite. That's why I was surprised. He went out that bitch and did nothing yesterday. What's good with it? So he's by far the favorite looking at that. Or you can go Kyle, knowing that he got the history against him. Randy, Kyle Riley, like a 94-20 with 4 homers. If you want to go that route, I get it. Suarez, Naylor. Hold on. 93-20, 30-20, 30. Yeah, you could put Naylor on. What's Naylor odds? Plus 630. And Polanco. Oh, and if you want to take a double, Victor Robles. And that bitch a long shot at plus 700. So, again, just like yesterday, I told y'all yesterday too that 7.5 was free as hell. Is that what the total is today? What's the total? At least let me see what this side got. This shit look like it's gonna be free again. I wonder why they just keeping it at 7. But then this game got 8. I don't know. But let me see. Kyle, Suarez, Julio, Polanco, Rosarina, Naylor, and then you can even use Robles Victor if he play. That's like 6 or 7 out of 9. So you know you got the 2 hit run RBI right there. Late, just like we said. Oh, he came in, he did. Come on, I say that's usually what they've been doing. They give them both 2 at bats apiece. That's why I'd be scared to touch either one of them because they don't get their full 4 at bats. One don't start, and then Canzone get like 2 at bats, and then they take them out every game. All right, batter versus pitcher. Springer got 2 against who is this? Bryce Miller, Santander, where they already said yesterday he tucked his season over. Something about back problems. I think he just asked, and that's their reason. But he done for the playoffs. Win or lose. Let me see. Where the damage at? 4-seam sinker. So you can take this shit off. 92-10, 30-10, 40, 62. 50, 30, 20, 10, 4. You can add Vlad at plus 372. Playoff Vlad different. Garver came in. Santana been done since he left the Orioles. Yeah. I forgot he was over there. He was hurt the whole damn season. I forgot he got traded. $97-20, 30-20, 60. George. So Vlad, George Springer, who got 2 homers against him already. Where you go? Barger. What you going to these lefties? 4 seams. What's Addison? You can use Addison Barger as a long shot at plus 790. 40% fly, 50% hard hit. You can use him as a long shot. Righties get the sinker, 4-seam, take off the splitter, 50-30. No, sir. We were just talking about him yesterday. He went out there. He was going crazy. I didn't think they was going to play him, though, to be honest. 92-10, 40-40. Add Nathan Lukes, plus 900. So you got 2 long shots on this side. That boy Jimenez went out there. He respect coin. Hold on, 94-10, 50-30. He had a long shot again. Can he go 3 days in a row? I don't know, but he damn showing another good spot at plus 1100. Where's Bo? Oh, I think Bo hurt. He got to be right. Yeah, he was cooking, but I remember we looked at him and then somebody mentioned him in the chat. Somebody else y'all mentioned yesterday, and they went crazy. Who the fuck was that? I know when I see their name. It was somebody y'all mentioned that I didn't think was gonna play, and they played, and they went crazy. Varsho. This Varsho shit looked just like yesterday. 50, 20, 40. Varsho plus 495. Did he do anything yesterday? But all line drives. Yeah, this nigga got nothing but sweet spot angles. Distance there, power there. No point in looking at that nigga. He ain't playing. Splitter. No, hold on. 93. No, sir. Got to give me one a day. Yeah, he overdue for sure. I don't think he's homer since game 1 or 2. What happened to him? He was a dog in the regular season. So you got Guerrero, George Springer, who looked the best by far without taking off no pitches. Barger, long shot. Nathan Luke's a long shot. Jimenez a long shot. Varsho. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you got 6 on both sides. Yeah, this shit gonna go well over 7 runs. Well over 7 runs. That 7 runs gonna be free again. Pick up at 12. Okay. So you got 6 players on both sides. Did you get all the players? I'm sure she did. Actually, they did? Hold on, let me go look at him then. Because he was a dog in the regular season. Ain't nothing going on. So yeah, you still got 6 players. So you got runs should be free. The 2-hit run RBIs should be free if you get the right ones. You got 12 people out of 18 batters that you can use in a 2-hit run RBI lay. Whether you go one side, mix them up, you got some spots, but I think that 7 gonna be free again. Brewers Dodgers. Now here we go with this shit. They hit a nigga with the ooh-wop yesterday talking about Quintana. Now they saying it's gonna be Quintana today. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just look and see who doing shit against lefties. I ain't even about to go through all them pitches because that shit was a waste of time yesterday. You got them all? Okay. It wasn't even him. Gonna definitely have to come back over here. I just want to see, just scrolling through who been hitting lefties well. $90-10, $40-10, $30. Nothing off the naked eye. I was just seeing strictly who was hitting lefties well. What made it just switch to 4 seam? So yeah, we definitely gonna have to wait for this pitcher to come so you can see the actual pitches. I don't know what he pitching. I know he a lefty, but I got all the pitches. Cause like I said, I did that shit yesterday and it was a waste of time. Chad Patrick, that's on Roto Grinder. I'm on Roto Wire and they saying Quintana. Should be dumb. Let me see. You said Roto Grinder. Yep, see, then this one saying Chad Patrick. Who knows? That shit dumb. Like, y'all know y'all was playing again. Why y'all be waiting so damn long? They're going to be going to the bullpen a lot? Oh, yeah, for sure. I think both teams is. I think both teams going to even have their starters in the bullpen. This is oh, no, these are best of 7s, y'all said, right? This in the World Series is best of 7? Ain't that what somebody said the other day in the chat? Because I don't know how this shit go. Shohei, 89, 10, 40, 50. Bryce Terrain got plus 850. He in a good spot. $95 exit velo. Marley, appreciate that sub. Thank you for that 1 month. me see. William Contreras, Jackson. This nigga right. Is he gonna play today? Because if he is, look at this. 93, 40% barrel, all bright green, 40, 20, 70. He in a good spot again. Is he gonna play with this hamstring injury? He should. I hope he do. Righties get 2 pitches and lefties get him. This who y'all mentioned yesterday. It was him. I knew I would know when I seen him. Durbin. That nigga went out there and went crazy. Triple, double. Somebody mentioned him in the chat. That's who it was. 95 exit velo, 30, 50. Andrew Vine. So we got Terrain, long shot. Jackson, Andrew Vine, 30, 50, 95. 90. Who is this, a righty? Oh, you a lefty fastball, 4 seams. 93, 10. Yeah, they kept saying his name. I knew when I seen it, I would know who it was. That Durbin shit. He was out there. First that batted triple, then he got a double. Jake Bowers is a long shot at 850, 30% fly, 50% hard hit, 96 exit velo average with a 20% barrel. Damn, this nigga hit a 109 double yet. Was this yesterday? Oh, the 13th. That's a motherfucking rocket. He came in yesterday for what's the name? For Jackson. 96, 20, 30, 70. If he played, he got a line too. Damn, he a long shot. Plus 900. He got a line. So do y'all think he gonna start the day over Jackson? Or you think they're gonna play him because it's a must win since they facing elimination? What y'all think? Y'all think Perkins start? That's who came in yesterday. Or do y'all think Jackson just miraculously got a healed hamstring? And he stole the base? Oh, he stole 2 of them, matter of fact. Now that you mention it. So we got Terrain, long shot. Jackson, if he play. Andrew Vine, plus 460. Bowers is a long shot at plus 850. And Perkins is a long shot at plus 900. I don't know who gonna start between them. Good luck today. Cuzzo, same to you, Cookie. He gonna be magically healthy today? Yeah, that's what I said. Perky, about to dope up. Come to the 5th inning. So if he plays, I mean, either one, whether it be Jackson or Blake, they both in good spots. I don't know I don't know how I want to play that Jackson shit. Knowing you out there on the fucked up hamstring and you at any moment can lead the game again, I might just fade him. I ain't gonna lie. Terrain, Churio, Andrew Vine, Jake Bowers, Blake Perkins. 3 of the 5 is long shots. 3 of those 5 players is long shots that you got up against Shohei. And Shohei done gave up, what, 3 homers? His weakness is righties. All 3 homers to righties, a homer a game on average. He don't give up a lot of damage, though, like barrel or hard hit. But that's where all 3 of... What the fuck is my other... That's where all 3 of his homers came from. No William. Nope. Oh, not for me. And the only reason is, it's not the power. It's this fly ball. 1 out of every 10 is a fly ball. Ain't going to be enough. He got a higher ground ball and line drive. He got the hard hit, which we know from this. But if you want to take your chances there, I ain't mad at you. Knowing he in that like 3rd or 4th spot in those sweet spots behind a couple of them good batters, I ain't mad at you. But that 10% fly ball got me rattled. I ain't going to lie. Taking Contreras strikeouts. Get a trail play, just bet his plate appearances. That's smart. I ain't even think of that. Just say you just play it straight individually, huh? Individual plate appearances. That's actually smart. I didn't think of that. I guess that's how you could play like a can zone too then, huh? I ain't never even thought of that. Just play their plate appearances if you don't think you're going to play all game. That's good shit right there, Clutch Father. I ain't even think of that. So that's probably how I would play a can zone if he was on my radar. Just play his plate appearances, knowing he only going to be in that bitch for about 2 of them. You can stack the RBI. That's my go-to. I'm the RBI ladder GOAT. That's what I'm into. Like, I can find spots for RBI ladders with no problem. Damn, that's both games. Again, we can't really do nothing. I don't know who's starting. I need to see pitches as far as looking at this side. One site showing me a lefty. The other site showing Chad Patrick, who a righty. I'd rather just wait it out. let them announce. Then this shit auto update and I can go in and dissect it. They sweet money. I ain't played them in so long. I only play cans on you. Well, that's smart. Shit, he only get 2. God damn, Bryce Miller about to get. Why do I feel like this deja vu? Did we have this conversation or was that another picture? Was it him we was talking about the other day? The nigga had 7 out of 9 was weak spots. I know I'm not tripping. Was it him or somebody got this exact shit? Kevin Gausman, 2nd, 3rd, which is usually Polanco. That's not right. That's Kyle and Julio. And I like both of them. They don't got a picture. It's no picture up for Milwaukee. One site's showing a lefty projected, one site's showing a righty, so I'm not even about to bother. I'd rather wait. I went through all that shit yesterday. It wasn't even him. Yeah, I ain't did plate appearances in a minute, in like 2 seasons. So Kevin Gausman weak spots in the lineup is the 2nd and 3rd. We know that's Kyle Riley and Julio. Love both of them. So hopefully they stay there. They should be in good spots. Then this nigga Bryce Miller got every spot in the lineup but the 3rd and the 7th, which is usually 3rd is Santander or Vlad. And then 7th is usually Clement or Joey. That's crazy. Every spot on this team. Is there going to be? That's a good question, shit. It's some good spots. Now, if it will be, we don't know what balls they coming out with today. Are they coming out with the cement balls or are they coming out with regular baseball? We're going to find out. But you got every spot over here for Toronto today. Damn near every spot but and to be completely honest, you can add this 3rd spot. A 465 slug with a 186 ISO, that's a weak spot. The only reason it's not green because this ISO didn't hit the 200 threshold. It's right under it though. That's power. A 465 slug with a 186 ISO, that's a weak spot. With an 800 OPS on base plus slug, that's a weak spot. So really, every spot a weak spot but the 7th. It's so much shit you can do with this. RBI ladders, the 2 hit run RBI stacks, seeing all these weak spots in the lineup. And this is accurate. I don't know if y'all be looking at this, but I be looking at how many at-bats he done, like what is these averages coming off of? 51 at-bats, 44. 32 is the lowest. So that's a good, like a accurate average. Seeing it, you done seen each one of these spots in the lineup this many times this season. These are accurate. So Toronto might go crazy. And Toronto line is 3.5 team runs. I think that they're going to clear that. I think the 7 going to be free. Was this the game with 7? I think that 7 free, and I think that Toronto team total 3.5. I think those both free. Bryce getting fucked up. Yeah, it looked like he about to get fucked up. We all joked about him getting killed game 1. He pitched the best game of his life. So you know he got to, one of these games you got to get smoked. And then down here, we don't know what's going on over here. Shohei don't got no weaknesses, but again, let me see if I can see. Why does his shit look different? Slug, ISO. Where the fuck is the slug and ISO at? One, 1, 2. What the fuck does this even mean? Where is the why these not in decimals? I guess he don't got none. Yeah, they don't let them come back in. They don't let them come back. I thought they was gonna ride the momentum and pack them niggas up, but it looked like Toronto done found their groove. And then this the best time to do it too. All right, so we move. Now look. Speaking of team totals, right? I showed y'all team totals in college and all them other sports. I don't think I've ever showed y'all. I don't use Doink for like what we was just looking at. I don't use them for that. You can if you want to, if you care about like this kind of stuff, but I like looking at the pictures, the exit velocities and all that shit, which I don't see. So I don't use this for that. I use Prop Finder for that. But if you ever want to look at team totals, like I showed y'all in like college, you can come here, MLB, go to team props. And what you do is, look, put it on last 10. Look what we just talking about. So Toronto runs 4, meaning that how many runs they score. So you can see in the last 10 games, they average an 8, right? What you also can do is, knowing that they're going against Miller, who is a righty, which is going to say right here, you can see, okay, how many points do they average versus right-hand pitchers? So it went from 8 to 6. The line is here at 3.5, what I told y'all. Now, what I be doing is, I used to play these all the time. If you ever been in my core, you know I'm a demon at team totals in baseball. This how I used to do it. So I can see they average 6 runs a game in their last 10 games versus a right-hand pitcher. What I would do is I would come over to the right side, right? And then I would look at runs allowed by Seattle with the pitcher for the day. So you see this, like Toronto is averaging 6 runs a game versus right-hand pitchers, they last 10 games. The last 10 games this year, and this really has got a 1 game from last year. But the last 10 games that Miller has pitched as the starter, that they've given up 5 runs. So this is just like how we look at everything else. You matching greens. So that's crazy because I was just saying this. It looked like Toronto total runs are going to be free at that 3.5. They average 6 versus righties. Bryce Miller giving up 5 his last 10 starts. Those games that he don't necessarily give up 5, but the games that he start in, he's giving up 5. Those games in with giving up 5 runs to the other team. So, and then you can look right here for Seattle, put it on like last 10. If last 5 better for you, do that, but you can kind of see the same thing. Seattle going against the righties, so versus righties. They averaging 4 runs. They line 3.5 as well. But the difference is their 3.5 is favored to go under, right? Toronto is favored to go over, and it makes sense. They average more than 3.5. Bryce Miller starts give up more than 3.5. Now with Gausman, look, they're giving up 4, but with Gausman starting, it drops to 3. So that kind of makes sense. The games he started in, surprisingly, outside of his 9 runs, the games he started in recently, his last 10, ain't been giving up a lot of runs. So he clearly doing what he's supposed to do and then leave it to the closers and the relievers to finish them. But the games he started in, the last 10 games, he's only given up 3 runs. Those games, the opposite team only get on 3 runs on average. So now that kind of makes sense why the under is over. Which also, if you be smart about it, if Blue Jays is favored at over and then Mariners favored at under, that's kind of like another indication telling you who they got winning. And Toronto money line is minus 105. So if you got them covering 3.5, but then you saying Seattle not, that you clearly got Toronto winning. You can look at it like that as well. But that's how you can look at team totals if you want to play team totals on here. Like I told y'all, I'm going to go through like maybe 2 games out of college. So college today, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. If you in a state like me in Ohio, I only can get main lines, money line, the totals, and team totals and spreads. I don't get no player props for college basketball or football. If you do, treat this like NFL. Come to player props, put this shit on this season. It's the same exact thing. Especially with doing, you know what I'm saying? Identify weaknesses from looking for green spots on the right. Right? Same thing. I don't have access to these props. So that really made me zone in on like overs, unders, shit like this. So we looking at the same thing. If you know from that video I made previously, it's the same exact thing. But like I said, just to refresh your memory, I'll go over like 2 of these games and 2 of the hockey games. That's what I love that we get. We had them. So when we went legal in Ohio 3 years ago, we had them for like the first 6 months. And then one day I got on there and I noticed like, I thought FanDuel was tweaking. I'm like, where the fuck did player props go? They took them bitches off. It was over with. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So over under. Over under is the game total, which you can see up here, all the lines for each game off doing. So the spread is 13.5. Remember what I told y'all. The higher the spread, the more lopsided the teams are. The closer the spread, the more even the teams are. So a 13.5 spread is telling you that who is the minus? Miami. Miami is like 2 touchdowns better than Louisville, right? So they find an even number through power rankings and all that to try to make 2 unbalanced teams balance in the betting world. Team totals a gold mine, and you've been going crazy with them. I told y'all, like, you'd be surprised at some of these markets that's like, be so free. So what I do is with over-unders. When I'm looking at over-unders, I like to filter by games that they've played in with high over-unders. So I see that the over-under for this game is 50 points, right? So I do something like this season, just show me the games like that the total for the total game was like over 45 points, right? Where it was where the total by the books was a high-scoring game. The total today is 50.5, so just show me the games where y'all played that the totals was like over 45? How did y'all perform in high scoring total games? So it's the same exact thing like we look at player props. Just match greens. Just try to match greens. So you can see like Louisville. They done played 3 games this season where the total was over 45 points. In those 3 games, they averaging 53 points. The total, remember, over-under is the total for both teams combined. So in their games, 53. In the first quarter of their games, both teams combined, 13 points. So just look at Miami's side and see if you see any of these spots that got green in the same one. I see 2 actually. The game total, they averaging 53. They games averaging 54. Both over 50. I also see second quarter game of the games. They averaging 16, their games in the second quarter. Miami games is averaging 15. Both of those are over 14.5. And the 14.5 is actually plus money if you want to go that route. But it's the same thing. You can scroll over, you'll see halves. So you also can see none of those match. Like this side got the green on the first half. This side got the green on the second half. But do it like that where you matching. That's your over-under for the complete game. Huh? DeWine, I hope for removing college player props. No, facts. Y'all saying, I ain't dropping no frames? Oh, okay. I'm making sure I'm good. So that's your over-under, right? Team props, it's the same thing that we were just looking at for the Blue Jays and them. Now, the difference is with team totals, because what I do is I filter team totals by spreads. Now, this is a total different ball game. Over under is one thing. You know what I'm saying? That's just basically the full game. Now, when it comes to team totals, this is where it matters at with the spreads because you want to kind of see how they performed when it's a big lopside. So what you gonna do is, now I know I'm gonna have to go into like last 10 because I'm sure it ain't gonna be enough in this season so far. But you'll see what I'm talking about. So Louisville, if you come up here, we see Louisville is the underdogs. The underdogs is always the plus side. In order for them to cover 13.5, 2 things. They can either upset and win or just lose by less than 14. Lose by less than 14 points, you cover, or just upset, you cover. The minus side, remember, that's always the favorite side, and it's only one way to cover that. You got to win by more than that number. Miami can only cover 13.5 if they win by 14 or more. Right? I'm going to get one of them bitches, kid. What's up, my boy? So, with team totals, I do look at the spread. So, we see that they the underdog by 13.5. They heavily underdog. So, what I would do is like filter by spread, say underdog by more than 10 points. When y'all the underdog, when a team that y'all playing is 10 points better than y'all on paper. Now, you see how everything disappeared, right? Because they haven't been in that situation at this season. But for research purposes, I'm going to just go to last 10, which I know going to take us to last season to show you what I'm talking about. So even in a last 10, they've only been a underdog by more than 10 points one time. And it was plus 11.5. And in that game, Louisville scored 33 points. Now, you can do the same thing over here, filter by spread. Now, we know that Miami the favorite side. So show me how many points y'all give up on defense when y'all favored by more than 10 points. One game this season, they gave up 12 points. Let's say last 10. Let me see. Let me go to like last 5. I'll just do this. So in the last 5, when they favored it by more than 10 points, they've given up on average 26. Now, I wouldn't do nothing with this because now I'm in last season. This one only got 1 game last season. This game got 4 games last season. But I'm just showing you how you can filter off and see what these teams is giving up. As the season go on, you'll get more data. Like those filters will be more narrowed down to just this season alone. But right now, you don't got it. And then like I showed y'all, sides. Now sides, again, if you didn't watch that video, sides is the only one where you don't match greens or match reds. You want a green and a red. You need one side to be green, one side to be red. You can see in this game that both sides is green on each one. So that's a spread, which is sides. That's one I'm not going to touch because I need one side to be covering and one side to not be covering on the same prop. Let me see if I do this. Let me see. Underdog by more than 10. So when y'all was okay right here, y'all had covered. Y'all had lost by y'all won by 12. Minus 12, they won by 12. And then by more than 10. And when they favored it to win by over 10 points, they winning on average by 22. So I wouldn't touch that. So but again, if you got player props, by all means, come to player props. And you do the same thing that we did yesterday when we dissected the football. Let me see if I can see another over under on here that makes sense. Filter total. What's the total here? 47. So I'm gonna say like under 50. Have y'all played any games under 50 this season? No. So damn. Let me try. Over 45. So what the fuck do the total be at? So I guess I can't filter that one. Let me see if I can do it over here. Over under less than 50. They ain't been in a situation like that neither. This college, yeah, this NCAA. This Nebraska, Minnesota. I'm just showing y'all how to go through like over unders if you want to stay like me. I think more states did not get the player props. But if you in a state like myself, don't think like, damn, I can't play college because we don't get player props. Man, it's so much money. In over unders, like the game total, the team totals, and the spreads, it's so much paper in there. I know people who don't touch player props. It's too much, you know what I'm saying? Variance in there between like injuries and all that other shit. Most people only do something where the whole team combined or both teams combined can cover the lines. Is anybody like that? That they only play main lines, no player props, or everybody in here just y'all play both, or just player props? Do anybody play strictly main lines? What is this game total? Let me see. Team total. Yeah, hey, kid, that's funny you say that, bro. That college shit get wacky, bro. Them niggas be so emotional. Teenage, that shit get crazy. So I don't see nothing I like in here. Let me see. All this shit green too. Quarter three. Ain't nothing going on in there. So that's how you can isolate, like I said, the over under for the game. If you want to do team totals, if you want to do sides, use those filters to your advantage. If you do get player props, lucky you. Do this, come in here. Like I said, y'all, I can scroll through this shit like boom. I just know instantly where to stop. I don't know if y'all get them, but whoever the fuck Ja'Cory Barney Jr. is, this nigga receiving yards look free. His line 42.5. He averaging 61. Minnesota defense is giving up 67 to the wide receiver 2 spot, the slot receiver. This shit look free. Oh, so yeah, let me go back to that first one then. Let me see something. Yeah, if y'all get player props, that's crazy. I ain't hating, but I'm hating. That's ass. Let me see. Damn, these niggas, is these niggas defense that good? I don't see a single green on the right side. Hold on. Oh no, that ain't shit. Matter of fact, look, it's only 4. I can do that shit. That shit easy. Let me see something. I don't know who this is, but you might. This a long shot. Whoever Walker is, this quarterback, he don't got a touchdown, but they giving up a touchdown on average a game. 950. And this game don't even got a lot of shit. I wonder why they. Oh, hold on. Nope. It's the last one. So I seen one person that's got a crazy, like a super weakness he up against. Shout out, hey, did any of y'all play Warren yesterday? Who ate off Warren? Here goes somebody. Demon June. That nigga name is Demon. His rush yards, line 43.5. He averaging 53. They giving up 71. He might got a ladder up in this motherfucker. 70 is 300. And a touchdown is plus 130. That shit ass. I ladder Warren rushing. Yeah, I told y'all that shit was free. That shit was free. Here goes somebody else. Who is this? Jordan Ship. Receiving line is 41.5. He averaging 47 receiving yards. They giving up 82 receiving yards. Here go another ladder spot if you get college. Going up to 80 at plus 500. So from 41.5 to 50, 60, 70, 80, that's a ladder. They giving up 82 receiving yards to wide receiver 1. California is. So just that fast, just going. Hold on, another homer. Minus 174 touchdown. Man, you don't get that shit out of here. Just that fast, just going through these player props. I just found 3 gems that you can fuck around and play straight, ladder, parlay them, however you want to do it. But just that quick, I just went through all 4 games and found 3 spots. These NBA ladders about to go crazy. It's Demine. Oh, that's what that say? Which team is this? This is North Carolina versus is this Cal? But those 2 players, I want to say both of them play for North Carolina. Where'd that shit go? Hold on, where them green spots go? Right here. Okay, so this North Carolina wide receiver, Ship. He in a ladder spot. And then, I got this shit on the ladder. Hold on. Go back to his line. And then this nigga right here, they running back. So they running North Carolina running back and they and that Ship, they wide receiver 1. Both of them is in good spots to go crazy. This shit look just like, now y'all see what I'm talking about after we just did Thursday Night Football on Doink. So now you can see what I'm looking at. Like, all I need to see is a bright green spot on the right side where it's showing me a super weakness. That one, man, that nigga Warren walked into that 110 rush plus receiving. What do I mean by ladder? Like 1 bet each at like 50. Yeah, a ladder. Yeah, like you going up. I'm the king. I love doing those. I prefer, me personally, I would rather ladder one person than parlay. Because the way you play it is, it's like, so something like this. But you got to just know how to do it where all you need to do is hit the bottom of the ladder and it'll benefit. So like, so something like this. This is like a ladder. Hold on. I need something that can go to 4 real quick. Like this. Okay, so look. But I wanted to make sense. Who would I just do that on? Look, this is a ladder. This is way more, it's more easier to hit and it's way more profitable. Way more. Instead of you worrying about a bunch of people having to do something, if you like somebody, ladder them. So like, look, you see how this is a ladder. And the way you play it is just whatever you start with on the bottom, this is literally, no, it's not a maybe. This is how you play it to where all you got to do is hit the bottom of your ladder and you green. Just like what I'm about to show you. Whatever amount you put on the bottom, it don't matter what I put on this bottom, right? Whatever amount you put on the bottom, as you go up the ladder, put half of the last amount. So play it like this. So say if I just decided I'm going to do 10, go 10, 5, 250. If you cover this, now look at this. Look at how much I spent total. 10, 15, 1750. I spent 1750. Remember that. That's the whole ladder going up. 1750. Look at the bottom of the ladder, how much I make if the bottom of the ladder hit 30. I'm already 18 to 1250 in the profit, just with the bottom of the ladder hitting. So it's like I'm not forced to have to be greedy. Everything after that is really up. But even if only he got the 3 total bases, I spent 1750 total and made 30. So I profited already damn near half of what I spent. I've got back what I spent on the whole ladder with profit. And then everything else is just on top of that. You know what I'm saying? As you keep going up. But that's the easiest way to play a ladder. Whatever you put on the lowest part of the ladder, do not spend the same amount on every one because you're going to have to hit more than one to go green. Think about it. The more you're going to spend, you adding that up. If you go, as you go up the ladder, you go lower and lower. The higher the risk, the lower you wager. If you do a certain amount, half of that, if you keep going up, if I'd have had 6 total bases, that would have been 125. Either way, you even add the 125 in there. What we at, 1750, that's 1875. I'm still green, just hitting the 3 total bases. They got ladder spots. They have ladder spots. You can do what you want to do, but the easiest way to identify this is when you see bright green, you got to understand when you look, it's 2 greens on Doink. When you're looking at a player, look at these 2 separate greens. You got a dark green, you got a bright green. Anytime it's green, period, the average is over the line. So this average is 1.2 touchdowns they give up, right? His line is 0.5. So it's going to be green already to identify to you the average is higher than the line. When it's bright green, it's way higher than the line. So you can identify ladder spots when you see a bright green spot on the defense. Think about it. If his line is 43, they're giving up 71. So when you come down here and you looking at these lines, everything in between his line of 43 and they're giving up 71. So let's say 70. From 43 to 70, everything in between here is playable. Going all the way up to 70, which is what they allow. If you look at Ship, they're giving up 82 yards receiving. His line is only 41, right? So if you come in here from 41 all the way to what they're giving up, 81 to 80. So from 41 to 80, everything in between here is ladder worthy. You can take any of those props from his line all the way up to 80. So it's just super easy to identify ladder spots on Doink because you know if it's bright green, that means it's way higher than the average is. For ladders, it's Friday Night Lights. So for Ship, yeah, you could basically run that if you wanted to. What I skip over? How much they give us point-wise in the first quarter? Yeah, so that's all a ladder is. It's like you walking upstairs. So you basically taking the person you like and you just, when you see shit like this, we caught Warren yesterday, and I want to say it was somebody else in that game. But I can just identify ladders. I'm a value better, so I'm looking for spots that's bright green like that. NHL, look, I can show you here too. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 games. This shit never changes. I'm telling you, I cannot wait. If you are OG to the channel, you know I cannot wait till NBA. I cannot wait till NBA starts, y'all. I'm talking about, I am so, that's ladder heaven. I can't wait to see NBA. But look, same thing. You could just, hold on. Where the fuck is everything? Oh, my brother was changing shit on here. Putting assists back, points, shots on goal. All right. Same thing here. NBA is, man, listen, I cannot wait for NBA. I cannot wait. Chase, we hit the Chase. Yep, Chase. I'm telling you, so you can identify by just targeting bad defenses. How do you know when you see a bad defense? When you see bright green on the right side. What the defense allow? Left wing twos versus Detroit. Left is the player, right is the defense. So I don't have to stop. I slow down for the stream. I promise you, I can go through all 4. Y'all see how fast I just went through 4 games? My eyes are just trained to see bright green on the right. So I can just do this. Why is, I know why. My brother changed my damn settings. Is all of them back? Okay, there we go. So to make it easy on myself, all I do is just target out of the whole games bad defenses. Like, I ain't got time to be sitting here trying to hope you can do this shit on the top 10 defense. Where is them ass niggas at so I can just play against them? When you see matching greens, meaning a green for the same prop in the same spot, those is kind of like the lines. So like points, he averaged 1, that's green. They giving up 2, that's green. So since I see green on the defense and the player for points, I would like Dylan Larkin for this 1 point. Both sides green. But when you're looking at ladders, you trying to identify shit like this. Perfect example. It don't matter the sport I'm doing. You're going to see them, right? They giving up 4 shots on goal to the center 2. Why is it bright green? Because the line is only 2. It's way over the line. So guess what? If you click 1.5, look, 3 is 220. 4, which is what they're giving up, is plus 600. And if you care about past trends, he had 4 shots on goal 3 games ago this season so far, right? But this is how you can find your ladders, based on seeing defenses with bright green. They giving up 4. All right, so if I look in here and I go all the way up to the 4, you got 4 at 600. So you can play 3 for a certain amount, and then half of that amount you put on 4, where you got you a ladder, but all you really need is the 3 to cover. You can even start with the 2, because they minus 130 ain't bad. That ain't crazy juiced. I'll play 130 up straight, personally. Once you get into the minus 150, 60 set, once the heavy juice come, that shit got to get put in the parlay if I'm going to play it. But minus 130 into plus money is my straight range. So I would, personally, I would put like a full unit on this 1.5. Then I put like a half a unit on this, and then a quarter unit on this. I'm just, as I go up, I wager less. Larkin is a play, Larkin a dog. But I'm just gonna see if I can find any gems. I'm not looking for no lines. I'm gonna go through all 40s and just see how many gems I can find. And gem as in bright green spots. Here go another one already. Now this is crazy. Rossi. I've seen his name plenty of times. Now, the thing about him is, I like his line even more. His line is 2. He averaged 2. They giving up 4. And his line is plus money. But again, let's see if we can find value. They giving up 4. Well, they ain't even giving you 4. But you still can get 3 at plus 310. You take 2 plus 310s and combine them, that's a plus 13, 1400. I don't know why they won't show 4. I'm sure that you could take 4 on one of these books. But even then, I like his 2 at plus money, and then I like 3 at 310. And me being who I am, I would definitely be looking at what 4 is. Y'all give up 4, I'm going to 4. Simple as that. Marco Rossi. Do you ever look at the defensive man? I used to because I know they shoot. The reason I don't, we waiting on something. If you go to defensive man, notice the defensive side I don't got the defensive side to this. Because I know a few defensive men that sneaky spots. So that's the next thing they working on re-adding. This how forwards looked at last weekend when I came. And then they added this finally to see the defense. Now I need them to add the defensive side for the defensive man. So who is that? Marco, what the fuck is his name? Marco Rossi. He in a potential ladder spot. And I really love his line at 2 at plus money. Seeing he averaged 2, they give up 4. I love the 2 at plus money, but I'm willing to go up to 4, seeing that that's what they're giving up. Man, you funny as fuck. See if there's any other like crazy spots. Three. This is some plus 192. That's a parlay spot, but I want to find some plus 200s or higher. So I found one in the first 2 games. A piece. I found somebody where they was going up against a defense that was giving up like 4 shots on goal to their position. You can do the same thing with goals. Like my brother had me doing that yesterday with him. So if you're a person who like goals, just look at this goal area. Find defenses that give up a lot of goals to a certain position and then look across from them and see if it makes sense there. But you can do the same thing with goals. I'm just trying to see if there's anybody that you could take on these like shots on goal ladders. 2, 3 here. What's the 3 though? Okay, who is this? Nigga, I'm not even about to try to say that. Yeah, I don't know what made him take it off. I had to get him to put it back on the first one. I don't know what this nigga name is. That shit look crazy. But what I do know is they giving up 3 shots on goal to his position, right? To the right wing 3. He averaging 2. Cool. I like the minus 120. But again, for value purposes, going up to 3, which is what they're giving up and what he got the last 2 games in a row, you're getting that at plus 255. Now we in the value range. Again, I tell y'all all the time, at least for myself, I look for value spots because it keeps me from putting a lot of legs on a parlay. Most people only put a lot of legs because every leg is between minus 150 and minus 250. You know what I'm saying? Because people think for whatever reason, I thought it as well, so I'm not going to say for whatever reason I get it. I'm not going to even say stupid me. You don't know. How many of y'all, honestly, whether you still do or you've done it before, how many of y'all think that or thought that the odds is what make a play safe? The lower the odds, the safer the play was. How many people think that or thought that? I was one of them. I was definitely one of them. The lower the odds until I start seeing minus 800s and minus 1000s getting cooked. When I start seeing that, I say, oh, these odds don't mean a motherfucking thing. This shit is gambling. Ain't shit safe. I swear to God, I used to think that. And then I've seen minus 800s, minus 1000s. I've seen it all. I've seen every single one of them odds die. Every single one of them lose. That's when I had to come to the reality like, them odds don't mean shit. The only thing me going into them safer odds was doing was making me put 10, 15 legs because think about it. If every leg on your parlay is minus 300, you're going to need about 10 of them minimum to even get the plus 1,000. To even turn 10 to 100 on a plus 1,000, 10 to 1, if every leg is like minus 400, you're going to need about 10 of them. But I used to always think, man, just stack a bunch of minus 400s and it's easy money. Hell no, that ain't how that shit work. Appreciate those 4 months, Texas. That is not how that shit works. And once I learned that, I'm like, well, fuck it. I might as well go for the high odds. If the fucking negative odds ain't even safe, I might as well go for value spots. But so going that route, it helped me so much because it keeps me from putting more than 3 to 4 legs on the parlay. Generally. Because the odds are so good, I'm gonna only need about 2 or 3 of them, and I'm already at plus 1,000, plus 1,500, plus 2,000, plus 3,000. Just putting a couple value players together. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I got cooked like that. Like I said, that's how I can relate to people because I done did it all. I done been through those things. I swear to God, I used to make 20 leg minus 400s. I remember one time last year in college, y'all, on stream for like research purposes. We went on the NCAA slate, right? NCAA basketball. I made a 25 leg. It was every favorite team over minus 1,000. Every leg on that bitch was minus 1,000 or lower, meaning like minus 2,000, minus 3,000. I'm talking about the spreads in these games was like 30-point spreads. Do y'all know that shit lost? I think, and it wasn't even one. I want to say it was 2 or 3 teams that was minus 1,000 or lower that lost, that got upset that night. I swear to God, like it was a 25 leg with all minus 1,000 money lines. I wasn't even taking you if the spread wasn't like 20 points or more. You had to be that much better than the other team. That shit lost. So I had to get out that mindset like, no, that's not how this works. The odds don't mean shit. This shit is gambling. Ain't nothing safe. So I'm like, man, I got to try to figure this shit out and learn value because it'll keep me away from those like minus 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 odds. And I'm stacking 15 legs, making a CVS receipt to get decent odds. Yeah, it don't mean shit. That's why I said one thing that you can do, and that's why I do this shit every day, is get people to learn and to understand the trust they reads. The more we do this every day, all of us, y'all come in the chat, y'all get to telling me the names before we see them. It let me know y'all starting to believe in your own research. That's the best thing you got for you. Trust your reads. Learn your process. Trust your reads. And the biggest part of that is learning how to manage your bankroll where you're not overcompensating on plays, understanding that the only thing guaranteed is losing. So you brace yourself and don't overkill the amounts you spend. So even if you have a losing day, you ain't dead in the water and got to redeposit, right? That's like the main thing. But if you got bankroll management, knowing how to manage your bread across your plays and trust your research, you good. You good. Hey, you can get this William Eklund 3. Hold on, I can go to 4. 3 is 215, 4 is 550. Eklund, based on what the defense allow from Utah, has ladder potential. And I'm only, like I said, I just come over here and I'm looking at shit like that. I didn't use the phrase, you can't make this shit up so much until they started allowing sports betting in Ohio. Man, that shit is bad, bro. I'm telling you. That's the worst thing you could think. And I know that because I thought about it too long. The worst thing you could think is that it's a such thing as a safe play. There's no such thing as safe plays. All this shit get cooked. And if you've been gambling long enough, I know all y'all done seen the same thing I just said. Y'all done seen odds that low die before. Ain't none of this shit safe. So don't even approach it like that. Oh, I'm trying to find it. I tell y'all all the time, going back to NBA, I don't go backwards. That's what we're not doing. We're not going backwards. If your line 2.5 and they giving up, god damn, 6 and all that, I'm not about to be like, okay, his line is 2, but just to play it safe, I'm gonna take him for 1 shot on goal. I don't go backwards. Going backwards is a recipe for disaster. Because if I go backwards, that means I'm going into that minus 2, 3, 400 range. And I gotta get 1 million of these niggas on this parlay. I don't go backwards. It's gonna be the line or alt line ladder. That's as far as I'm going. The lowest I'm going is your line. So get out your mind like, man, his line is 30 rushing yards. But just to be on the safe side, I'm going to take over 20. It's not, that don't make it safer. They actually make it harder, believe it or not. Because now, like I said, you got to stack players. So now instead of using that 1 player, you're going to need about 2 players to make up for his line odds because you got 2 minus 500s. Remember that. The more legs, the lower the probability of hitting your parlay. Who is this nigga, Clayton Miller? And he going up again. Hold on. Hey, y'all, look at this ladder right here. They're giving up 6 shots on goal on average to the left wing. Look at his ladder. His line is 3, which is favored by the books. That makes sense. He just had 4 2 days ago. I think the day the 17th, right? He had 4 2 days ago. So 3 is favorited. 4, you get into plus money. 5 is 430. 6 is plus 1,000. Remember this nigga name, Clayton Keller. Gotta remember that. Yeah, we ain't doing them fillers. Damn, this team is just ass. Jose ass like this? San Jose? Barry Hayden. They giving up 4 to this spot. His line is 2. 3 is plus 185. 4 is plus 475. He got ladder potential. But this nigga got that potential, y'all. You got potential, and then you got potential. Y'all remember that from NBA? Clayton Keller, he got that potential. He's a gym. That's what we used to say. Hell yeah. You can filter by that. I was showing them that yesterday. I use filters like a motherfucker. So you can do shit like this. So you can see how you can do that is like this. What's the most? So the lowest shot attempts he had is 2. The most is 7. So you can go to filter shot attempts. And you can just say, even if you wanted to say, don't show me nobody who done shot more than 8 times. You can do that. And then that still bring it to 4. Let me see y'all last 5 games like that. Oh, take off this 1. Whoa, anything. It can't be no 1s on there. More than 1. He ain't got a 1. And they still at 3, which is his line. So yeah, you could definitely do that. That's how you make a good read, a great read. You by all means. This wasn't even on here the other day. I actually had him put it on here because I'm a big filter person. I love filters. When I see a bright green, that's, okay, stop right there. Let's identify this. And then I'll use filters to make a good read, a great read. Some reads, it make me like more. Some reads, it make me more hesitant on. So you can definitely do that by the hot shot attempts for sure. Who was this? Nick. This nigga ain't had less than 3 all season. And his line is 2.5 at minus 103. And they're giving up 3. So I like his line. He averaging 4. They giving up 3. His line is only 3, and it's damn near plus money. Minus 103, that's 3 cents to $1. That shit is plus 100, basically. That's tomorrow. Okay. Am I missing anything? That's college. Man, I can't wait for this to light up, y'all. You know why I'm right here? I'm not about to go through this whole slate. I'm going to go through this first game. Who was that last player? It was under that Keller dude, wasn't it? Where's Keller at? Oh, him right here. Nick Schmaltz. Nick Schmaltz. These niggas' names is fucked up. See if we can find an early value in this first game, this 9:30 game. I'll look at the 9:30 game today. Fuck it. I had a video out this weekend for the whole slate, though. Let's look at Monday and let's see. I mean, that London game. Let's see if we can find something early, y'all, in the week. Some value before niggas get to crashing out on this game Sunday morning or Friday night, Saturday night. See what we can find in here. While we at it. We only had 1 hour, 16 minutes. We made good time, and I did a lot in a little. All right, so let's see. What do we have here? Far as lines, what do I like? I like pass attempts, green, but meaning both. He averaged more than his line. They giving up more than line. Cool. Pass completions, green. I liked it. And these are their lines. You can't parlay pass attempts and completions. Passing yards, his line is 250.5. He's averaging 281. Jacksonville is giving up 253, both over his line. So if you do want to take some for him in a parlay sense, you got passing yards. That was the record. Facts. Called it Nicholas. These niggas' names be fucked up. Has been a coin respector hit on him twice already. You be on. I'm gonna make it. You big into hockey? But y'all know what I want to see, man. I want to see this type shit right here. This is what I'm into right here. Okay, Kyron Williams. I need that bright green shit. All right. No, hey, yo. Hey, this nigga fried. This nigga just screenshot me bad. I be looking at these niggas. It's crazy. All right, so look, y'all know what I'm into. I'm into this shit. I need that ladder shit. So, for one, the 17.5 receiving yards look free. Why do it look free? This shit bright green on both sides. How the fuck is your average this high and they average this high on both sides? So 17.5, which the books got at minus 120 on Caesar, look free. 17.5 yards receiving for Kyron Williams. That shit look free. We ain't here for all that. They giving up 30 yards receiving. Where that value at? 30 yards receiving is plus 210 on Fanatics for Kyron Williams. That, like I said, I love his line. The 17.5, I love his line. He averaging 26. They giving up 30. And the line is 18 or some shit like that. So I love his actual line, like parlay purposes. But I love this 30 yards receiving as well. I love that a lot. And then he getting targets like a motherfucker lately. 10 targets. The most they had was 11, so I like that. I like this a lot. It's going to change a bunch of things. Is he going to play or it's going to be a game time decision? I also like, if you want another piece, this is what I be talking about. I like receptions, right? He averaging 3. His line is 3. He averaged 3 receptions. They allowing 3. But look at the line, minus 158. That's juice. So that alone, those kind of props is what I'm going to parlay. If I can get you in straight form or a ladder, I'm not forced to parlay you. But these kind of odds at minus 158, I'm not playing that straight. These be my little parlay pieces on my little 4 legs or shit like that to get to plus 1,000 that way. Those kind of odds. I love his reception line, but it's super juiced. So those be the ones that I keep and tuck for like parlays. What else you got here? This game, let's see. Damn. They putting that wide receiver 3 shit on lock. Do anybody play unders? Better 527. Thank you for that prime. Agent, appreciate the 2 months. I'm scared of unders. But if you an unders person, treat it the same way. This nigga Jordan Whittington, look at his line. Now remember, I don't know if this is the first time y'all have seen this, but just how we seen a bright green, there's also a bright red. And it's the complete opposite. When the difference is way higher than the line, bright green. When the difference is way lower than the line, bright red. Look at this. His receiving yards is 30. Damn, that shit just went up live right now. It just said 36.5 when I was just talking. His receiving yards is 37.5. On the season, he averaging 18. Jacksonville to the wide receiver 3 is only giving up 13. So if you are an unders person, if you ain't afraid of unders like me, this is an unders play for sure. Like, not only is they both red, they both bright red. How we looking at, like, how Kyron was just bright green on both sides. Like, this shit, his average is way under his line, and they got that wide receiver 3 shit in a goddamn cubicle. So if you an unders person, it's a little under 37.5, which is actually better. It went from 36 to 37, so you got an extra point on your under. Instead of he couldn't get 37, now he can't get 38. That 0.5 a motherfucker. Man, hey, Rich Broke, if you know, you know. You know that odd shopper shit gonna have your ass straight playing unders. NBA under playground just waiting. Man, remember we got into that shit last year? I got an unders parlay on my graphic that I'm gonna drop Sunday. All right. Now, Tyler Higbee. When it come to value, I tell y'all, like I said yesterday, you got to put yourself in an uncomfortable position. If you a bottom up where you looking at the side over here, it's not gonna make sense. Because you're going to look at it like his line 30, well, he only averaged 20. That's not how that worked. They're giving up 47 yards. So he has potential in this specific game against a bad defense against tight ends to go above and beyond what he usually do, which is crazy because he got a 40 and a 27. These 2 zeros is what cooked his average. But 47 yards. Can you get any value? 40 you at plus money. If you want to go up to 50, you can get to 285. 25-yard. 26 longest reception. 25, look, here go one. 25-yard reception is plus 375. They giving up on average 26-yard longest receptions to tight end ones. Shit, he got a 20 and a 24. He right under. So if he can get a 25-yarder, which is what they're allowing on average to tight ends, that's at plus 375. If you go through this shit, I'm telling you, you can find so many spots. You ready for NBA next week, man? Is a porcupine pussy pokey? What kind of question is that? Somebody in the chat like, hold on, what? I don't know where I got that shit from, y'all. I heard that shit one time and I can't get that shit out of my motherfucking head. I don't know where that shit came from. I'm sorry. When people ask me questions like that, that'd be the first thing that comes to my mind. I'm saying, is it though? Is it? You can't say that 5 times fast. I'm not even about to try. What the fuck? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Country shit. You know what I'm saying? Country shit. I don't know, but somebody really fucked up right now. That y'all don't even understand. There's somebody in the chat right now that what I just said is whooping their ass. They trying to remember what I said, and then they like, hold on, nigga, is it? Yeah, gee, it was nothing I could have guessed you saying that. That's the other one. See, everybody say that. I'm different. So I don't want to say it's a pig, pussy, pork. You know what I'm saying? That's everybody use that one. You know what I'm saying? So we going with the porcupine, pussy, pokey. I didn't say it. How did I say it wrong? I know what they say. You know what I'm saying? That's basic shit. Everybody know that one. Oh shit. Oh shit. Look at Travis, y'all. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going through that. You know what I'm saying? Smack me on the arm and call me Connor. Triple P is crazy early. So Dwayne, I feel like you just wanted to say something with the word pussy in it. That don't work, my nigga. Everything got a rhyme. Everything got to start with this. Everything got to have the same letter. My nigga said, I'm going to get pussy out one way or another. I'm fitting pussy in this stream today. No, nigga, that nigga said it's a chicken pussy poultry. Nigga, what? You should have said, see, you fucked up. You should have said it's a pussy poultry. It's a pigeon pussy. It's a pigeon pussy poultry. That's what you should have said. Pigeon is crazy. Is pigeon still a thing? Are pigeons extinct? Like, what the fuck? I know they like homeless doves. Like, they like the bum of the family. But I don't think I ain't seen a pigeon in like, are pigeons still a thing? Tell me a dove. I mean, a pigeon don't look like a homeless dove, like the run of the family. They here? Where you at? I ain't seen a pigeon in a minute. What the fuck? What they like? Never mind. Hey, y'all, look at this Travis shit. Go downtown, you will see him. Who be downtown? And I don't shame nobody. I give people bread and all that. Who be downtown? Who is the home of downtown? You just answer my question. Who be downtown? You said that's where the doves be? I mean, the pigeons be? Who be downtown? Makes sense, don't it? This nigga said pigeon pussy poor. That it is. Hey, y'all, look. Travis, how do you say this nigga name? I know I don't know this shit. What's silent and what's not? How do you say his last name? Somebody spell it out like I'm a third grader with the little hyphens and shit like a dictionary. Well, how you say this nigga last name? ETN. ET. How do all y'all know that? I asked Google. It's French. This black ass nigga French. Haitian. Man, y'all trolling. Look, 58.5 yards look free, y'all. This is another one that we done seen where it's bright green on both sides, where the averages on both sides is way too high. He averaging 78 yards rushing, line 58. They giving up 76 yards rushing as line 58. That makes no sense. 58 is free. Now, if you go up to what they allowing at 75, that's plus 190. Yeah, that shit look free. Or Old Faithful. You can come on 95. You can come on over here to this rushing and receiving. You still getting that 150 range. So he a nice little parlay piece. Rhyme down. What happened? His brother Trevor. I work in broadcast. I got to learn to pronounce people's names all the time. Shit, this is broadcasting. I need to learn how to pronounce these niggas' names. These niggas' names be kicking my ass. ETN. Am I saying it slow? Am I saying it? Or you supposed to say it fast? Like, am I saying it right? Like ETN, or you supposed to say like ETN? You sound Do you say it slow or y'all just writing it to me like I'm slow? Y'all writing E space T slash N. Do I say it like that? Like ETN? ETN? Man, fuck this shit. This shit is just too much work. Streaming is enough. I mean, does that change the pronunciation? No, but I sound crazy. I sound like I can't read. I told y'all, hey, I already proved I can read very well. You know what I'm saying? I can read very well. The only thing is, I read in English. These niggas' names is not English. That's what I read in English. I can read very well English. I just read in English. So I'm sounding out shit like I was taught. And that shit don't be saying none of that. Whoa. What's his name? Where that nigga's at? What is this? What's this say? Y'all about to say the Y is a W and the I is a H. This nigga name about to be something like Dwama. What's his name? Time to put that. No. Man, hell. We not about to do that, bro. Diami. D. I like his, whatever the fuck his name is, I like his receiving yards. He averaged 29. They giving up 27. His line only 25 at plus money and longest reception. You know how this shit, bruh. Every time I go to somebody's name, nigga, they say this. Whoa. Somebody names, it'd be like, it'd be something like this, Hunter. And then it'd be somebody in the chat's like, the H is silent. His name is Unter. Like, nigga, what? But I think they be trolling me, though, because they know I be fucked up on these names. A nigga will tell me right now with a straight face, this nigga name is Unter. That shit say Hunter. Like, I don't know. What the fuck is going on? There's some wicked shit going on. Yeah, like, his name is pronounced Unter. Nigga, that's Hunter. The H is silent. Yeah, wherever the fuck you from, nigga, I'm never coming there because I won't be, y'all gonna be like, oh, this nigga is illiterate. Send his ass back to the States. Hey, I don't know, bro. Hey, this shit look crazy. We got us in the ladder, y'all. What they giving up? 39? So they 40? You can go up to like plus 360 on Unterlong. Street names in New Orleans. And that's that. So who was that? You get these down. We got this London game. Unterlong ladder, receiving yards. If you want to just take the line, Dwama. Yeah, fuck it, y'all. I'm just to the point now, nigga. I'm calling you niggas the fuck I feel like calling y'all. I can't get none of this shit right. Man, this nigga fried. The funny thing is she's in here. This nigga said glory hole eaters. Man, don't start, man. These are children, kid, man. Some of these is kids, man. We gotta watch what we saying, man. They be Googling that shit. They be like, oh my God. Yeah, like what the, man, this nigga said the P is silent on the weekends. On Monday and Tuesdays, the H is a L. On Wednesday, Fridays, and Saturdays, the H is a I. Nigga, what? Fuck up with these flip-flop pronunciations. Who is this? I ain't see one person. Y'all say he might not play. Hey, oh, speaking of which, y'all, I meant to show y'all this yesterday, too. But touchdowns. Y'all know it's a touchdown section, which, I don't know. I'm just a numbers guy. I could do it from here. I could see from here like we was doing the other day from both sides. But it's actually a touchdown section on here. And what you do is, first of all, put this on depth. I don't want to just see quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers. Nigga, show me them numbers. Running back 1, running back 2. So look, whether it be rushing or receiving, I just treat it both as one. It's a damn touchdown. So the first thing I'm looking at is like, where do Jacksonville give up touchdowns at where they ranked, where it's green, ranked towards the bottom, right? So I can see like the running back 1. I can see the running back 2. So if you come over here to running backs, it's going to be filtered by rush share. How often do they get the ball in the red zone, RZ? So you can see like, okay, a rushing touchdown to the running back 2, a receiving to the running back 1. So basically, they lower ranked for touchdowns to either running back. Well, I can see from looking over here that Williams get 60% of the share in the red zone with 3 rush attempts in the red zone, and he averaging like 0.3 rush attempts. He got 0.8 over 6 games. Same with this. If you see a wide receiver down here, like in a green spot for a touchdown, see where they at over here as far as red zone shares. How often are they targeted or in passing plays? And it's going to be automatically filtered by who involved in the most red zone plays. It doesn't matter. And then you come down here, you got everybody lines, whether it be 1, 2, and if some got 3, you can line shop it here. So you can do the same here. LA, depth. If you look at these first 2 touchdowns, all you see is red and yellow. They ain't on none of that. At least in the, like, they don't give them up a lot on average. They're not bottom ranked. These motherfuckers is actually first. God damn. So be careful with how you want to play this one. But you can identify. Look over here, identify green spots, meaning that they're at the bottom ranked of the league. And then hopefully when they green over here, you see it over here. Let me see something. See if I can find one for y'all. Okay, boom. Look. Running back 1, 2. These are bottom ranked. Remember, it's 32 teams. So 32nd, they give up the most receiving touchdowns to running back 1s. At the end of the day, we take any times. We don't give a fuck if it's rushing or receiving. Same for running backs. They 31st, the second most. So you will come over here and see is your running back 1 or 2 in positions to where they're getting the ball in the red zone. Kamara lead the team as far as rushers with the biggest rush share. Far as receivers, it's Olave. I fuck you say his name. He got the highest percent of rush share, reception shares in the red zone. And he's the wide receiver 1. Well, guess what? Wide receiver 1, they rank 30th. They give up the 3rd most receiving touchdowns to the wide receiver 1. That's what I mean by matching them. We seen green over here for the wide receiver 1. And then when we came over here, guess who was the number 1 person who get the most action as far as receiving in the red zone? So that was just showing y'all something else. That's actually a gem right there. So you might want to take Olave or Olive, whatever fuck his name is, for anytime touchdown Sunday. He actually get the most action in the red zone, and they are the 32nd, 31st, 3rd most touchdowns to wide receiver 1s. And he get red zone action in there, getting like a reception a game, a target at least. So that's how I kind of use that. But to me, if that's too hard for you, it's way easier for me here. So like, let me see if it makes sense the same way here for him. Yeah, see, look, I see that they're giving up 1. So I like to do it from here, but it doesn't matter if you do it from here or you go there. Some people like to do it from here because the one thing you're going to get to see is the actual odds. On this screen, you can see the actual, you can line shop the touchdowns right from here. And his touchdown is plus 220 on Caesar. Interesting. You got it right the first time? Oh, did I? Yeah, old state shit for sure. So, let me get this uploaded, man. Play your straights, round robin your parlays. Let's have another good day, man. The last 2 days, from what I'm looking at from the outside, looking in on the timeline, has been beautiful. I've been seeing a lot of people smacking the books. That's what it's all about. Like I said, find your ladders. Don't be afraid of those high odds. If the read makes sense, trust your read. Bankroll it accordingly. How much you wagering? Round robin your parlays. We got 2 baseball, 4 college, 4 hockey. And lucky for me, I got soccer back. So I'm definitely about to get little so I can lock in on this slate. You know how that go, right? Don't forget, I will be dropping the video. What's tomorrow? Saturday? Is there anything that we need to be worried about tomorrow where I need to drop a YouTube? I'll find out. I'll just look at the slate. Sunday for sure, I'm gonna do the full NFL. I might stream it. It all depends on how my son act. And if not, I'll pre-record it. But either way, I'll make sure I break down the whole Sunday slate. But like I tell y'all all the time, whether you get Prop Finder, use code Cuzzo. Doink, use code Cuzzo. Lock in. You don't got to wait. All of these games got lines up. Get you some early value before everybody get up Sunday morning and start locking in and all the odds start getting nuked. Y'all got the tools. I will have it up for y'all early that day. We went ahead and knocked out that 9:30 video. And I did that purposely just in case the video ain't on YouTube in enough time. It'll be up by the 1 o'clock games, but just in case it ain't up by the 9s. All my ancestors operated the steamboat on the lake many moons ago. So yeah, let's cook up again, y'all. Good luck on all your bets. May the night be the best gambling night of your gambling life. I'll start the thread per usual, where y'all drop y'all favorite plays. I've been seeing a lot of people drop plays in that thread that been cashing crazy too. So even if you're not dropping plays in there, you might want to peek in there when you ain't got nothing else, so you don't know which way you want to go and get the tail and some shit in there. I done seen a few of them plays smacking that the community is just dropping in there. And I love that for y'all. I love that y'all confident in these plays. Y'all coming up with y'all own reads and parlays. You know, that's the hardest part of this shit. I tell y'all all the time, pair and pray. That's the sauce. That's the method. Pair, pray. If you don't feel like pairing and praying, play your straights. It's that simple. Cuzzo's joint code, same. My code is the same on anything I'm affiliated with. Oh, shit. Cuzzo here, Cuzzo prop finder. Anything I'm affiliated with is code Cuzzo. And I'm also going to drop that NBA promo. Some of y'all got it early, which I can see some of y'all use that promo code. If you was in stream yesterday, you heard me say it live. As far as the public, it'll be out Sunday, going into the NBA season starting Tuesday, which I'm excited for. I can't wait to get these NBA streams going. I'm about to see. I'm so thirsty, y'all. They got lines up. I'm about to hit up Doink today. Y'all need to go ahead and unlock this NBA. The first 2 games of the season, Tuesday, have lines. Nigga, open this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Bust it. You feel me? So, love y'all, man. Let me get this uploaded for y'all on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, !YT. Turn the notifications on so you can get notified when I told y'all, all I can do is upload. The upload speed is all on YouTube. So, the time it take to actually hit your noti, that's all on them. As soon as this shit in, I upload. So, love y'all, man. Back in a minute.